Welcome back. My name is Ivica Cartello. You are watching React School for the total beginners. First principles. I always learning from first principles. What it means? It is Aristotle's words. Quote. In every systematic inquiry methods where there are first principles or causes or elements, knowledge and science result from acquiring knowledge of these. For we think we know something just in case we acquire knowledge of the primary causes, the primary first principles, all the way to the elements. It is clear, then, that in the science of nature as elsewhere, we should try first to determine questions about first principles, the naturally proper direction of our road is from things better known and clearer to us to things that are clearer and better known by nature. For the things that are known to us are not the same as the things known unconditionally. Hence, it is necessary for us to progress following this procedure from the things that are less clear by nature but clearer to us towards things that are clearer to better known by nature. Aristotle. In any case, we know math, physics, and other science, science nature. We talk about axiom, base law for something in that science, and when we solve our assignment, when we solve our tasks, we start from that first principles, from that axioms. I think about on the same kind of thinking in my mind is for all thing on the world, all knowledge in the world, and of course it is for CSS. Here is we are in this video about CSS knowledge, and I ask myself what would be first principles in CSS. Ask myself, and my answer is it is CSS cascade style sheet. Cascade. It is cascade. And we organize a structure of HTML is also hierarchy, and the same hierarchy is in CSS. Because of that, it is named cascade style sheet. Concretely, our content have on the body. On that body, we have division, div, element, container, and all other HTML elements we do inside container. And in that container, other elements, there is also around self-division. You look at here, it is div, class name grid 12, header, nav. Header is also div, nav is div. And look at, we have body, it is 0 level. First level is container, second level grid 12, third level header, and four level is nav. When you construct division, when you construct structure, HTML structure, we construct and cascade style sheet. It means that division nearest one to element, HTML element, will be that what will be color, font size, etc. Style sheet. Style sheet, but style sheet will be from body. Some style sheet from body will be visible in upper level if all level between is transient, for example, is opacity 100%. And that construction is something what we think about when we create our web pages. Here is constructions of home page. There is 5 level here. 5 level in this first part about header, 5 level with body, yeah, body and container, and here is around home. It is totally 4 level with body and container. Here is around principles. There is 5 level. Here is 5 level. Here is 3 level horizontal line, and the footer there is 6 level is footer. Here is grid architecture of home page, and same level visible down and up. That level of division of div elements, HTML element, is followed by a cascade style sheet. It is also cascade, and in the body style sheet we create all that properties what we need to be together for all body, for all element in the body. But if we want, it would be in cascade level of HTML. If concretely div, there is no self itself new properties, new value for that concretely style. Here it is home page. About page and other page, contact testimonies, a little different. Here, for example, we have article about, etc. Parallel with the products, al product's name, parallel with product name. Here it is parallel. This is product name. This is parallel with the product's name, parallel with about us. Also contact testimony, about contact testimony, but homepage is a homepage. There is article behind article. Products is second article here, overall wide of screen, and down is footer. It means that all this my site, this my React application, there is two kind of template. Homepage, not big difference, and about contact testimony is second template. We start our construction, of course, from body and container div, but container div and grid 1, 2, 3, etc. But after that, a cascade style sheet CSS dictate how many div we will have. For example, I need in footer write properties overflow, style overflow hidden, for two parallel div to be the same high, and here I need for that two parallel div, but four parallel div I have in footer, that they be same height. I need this in footer. Footer is button lower level than in footer. Footer is grandfather to in footer div, but here is a class, of course, and I need incorporate that div class in footer because of that I search in the web how create parallel div to be same high, and I find these options, and I need I like this option. There is a lot of options. I like these options, and I incorporate this div. It is in footer because of that style sheet. And it means that for same height, two parallel or four parallel divs, I need this tree style and this one, and I need footer as grandfather or grandparents or parent or parent. In my situation, it is grandparent, and process work excellent, like you, as you can see here. It is same high is same this for div. And here is homepage, for example, and look at this, and I must incorporate grid 12 and footer here, but inside footer it is this component footer. I have one div and second div in footer here. You see, I don't like grid div class grid include in cascade style sheet, because it is only for constructions. And because of that, I need incorporate, include, add divs as I need. But we must always take care and study that we solve our problem, our construction, with as small as possible divs. Because of course it is a lighter page and faster loading. But solution is good. Every solution is good if you if you control that cascade style sheet, that you know, document it, and you stay behind it, that constructions, and you can maintenance and upgrade that construction if you know that cascade style and HTML and cascade style sheet. Again, I repeat, cascade style sheet dictate how many div we will have. For constructions, we need only grid, a grid class, bar, or other div is because of CSS. One example more. Here is a footer. I need padding around every. I have 4 divs, grid 3, and I need. But I cannot in grid 3 include CSS padding because get a wrong complete design. There is no place for all 4, but only for 3 divs, etc., etc. Because of that, I include inside in footer, this in footer, and create padding. Create padding here. And because of that, there is no wrong accident because of that. I can have padding as I want inside in footer class. It is inside. It is inside div inside div grid 3. I'm not satisfied with my constructions around footer because home page, because I have here grid 12. It is I don't need it because it is all I have grid. I have container, and inside that container, I need grid 3. Grid 3, but in my searching and trying and experiment, I find solution in that, and because of that I have one grid div element with class name grid 12, and inside footer I have grid 3. Inside footer I have grid 3. What is enough? Grid 3 will be for grid 3 because we have totally grid 12. It is include limited with the container, but around footer I need a grid 12 also, and I must search and inquire this more until I don't find only need for grid 3 without need for need for grid 12, but that 4 divs would be parallel. 4 parallel divs would be same high. It is same high, same high. All that is cascade style sheet, and we must think about cascade and knowledge about our construction in cascade is something what lead us through all our cascade style sheet implementation. Thank you for watching this video.